Hello everybody, this is Joel from Static ATX Records. We run an online record store at staticatx.com. Kind of see our business card here. Try to get up close. Kind of want to introduce myself and start making some videos, maybe help promote the site a little bit. I am living in Austin, Texas, and I have been working in record stores off and on my entire life, and I finally decided that now's the time to start working towards opening my own. So right now it's an online store. We do a couple things. We do free shipping on all U.S. orders over $50, and if you live in the Austin, Texas area, I will do free delivery to your house. This is until we get a brick and mortar, which hopefully by the end of the year we can make that happen. So you can kind of, when you take a look at our site, you can kind of see kind of what we specialize in right now. We kind of specialize in the industrial music, goth music, punk music, indie rock, new wave, synth pop, that sort of thing. That's just kind of where our head is at right now, but we're expanding, so we're going to be carrying everything. We have a lot of cool jazz coming up that's going to be added to the site soon. We got some R&B and soul, like mainly old school stuff like Nina Simone and Sam Cooke and the Temptations, things like that. We're going to try to expand out, but for right now you can kind of look at our site and kind of see. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what we have available right now, some new stuff that I just added recently, and I also kind of want to talk a little bit about what it's been like, because we've only been doing this now 2 months. So I spent a lot of that time getting the site up and running, getting more inventory, getting the inventory added to the site, and all of that. But before we get into all that, let me show you some of the cool stuff we got recently. We'll start from the front. So we got this. Hopefully you can see it. This is it's a 12-inch single from this band called Dink. They're from the 90s. They're kind of like an alternative rock / industrial band. It's kind of like what industrial was heading towards in the 90s, like spacing out the time between when you had like bands like Skinny Puppy and Frontline Assembly when they first started, and then later on when you got like the Marilyn Mansons and stuff like that. This is kind of falls in that sort of late era Wax Trax TVT stuff. Anyway, they're amazing. This is a single, and this is from '95, and it's on pink and orange splatter. You would think it sounds like shit because color vinyl typically doesn't sound, or at least it got a bad rap back in the day, but this sounds amazing. So anybody got this Dink 12-inch? Now this is for the hardcore ones, Deform. So this is one of my favorite bands, but this right here is a repress that that Philippe did. I think it's Philippe. I may not be pronouncing his name right. It's either Philip or Philippe. But anyway, Deform is one of his bands, and then he also had a side project, a solo side project called Fine Automatic, and this was an LP they did of like a split LP of all of his work. But if you like, kind of weird industrial / I guess dark wave, I'm not really sure what I would call it, but I've been a fan of Deform. I was saying to my friends, we were talking the other day, and back in like the late 90s I had a friend, and we would just sit like on their couch and listen to Soviet France and Deform just like on repeat and just space out. It was just amazing. Anyway, I'm a big fan. This is early industrial, so if you know like early clock DVA, stuff like that, this is in that same sort of realm. This is pretty cool. It's a promo. It's of Consolidated's Dysfunctional 12-inch on Zoth Almog. It's a German promo from 1990. You can kind of see the label there. Stands for Zoth Almog. Got a couple of Consolidated 12 inches. This is Brutal Equation, and this is Fascism, and both of these are This was during the period of time when Consolidated was working with Jack Dangers of Meat Beat Manifesto. So he has both, he mixed the album versions and he has remixes that he's done. So if you're a fan of Jack Dangers, which you should be, you will love those. Now this is one of my all-time favorite bands, Alien Sex Fiend. And this is Here Come Germs. I love this album. Just a little side tangent here. Every used record that I put up on the site that I sell has been ultrasonically cleaned. I sleeve them in anti-static sleeves, and then I put them in this resealable outer sleeve. I also play test them to make sure that they work perfectly. Now, I could say that I play test them for all of you. I also play test them for me because I love listening to them. And Alien Sex Fiend has a lot of albums. I've not heard them all. This is one I hadn't heard yet, and it's great. And I'm not even quite sure I want to sell it, but I'm going to. Plus, look at that artwork. Jeez. And it has the original inner sleeve, which is great anyway. Anyway, I love them. Then I went through all the Meat Beat Manifesto. I've got two huge boxes from overseas. A lot of these records that I'm selling here they're not pretty common, but they're more common overseas than they are here in America. So I got two huge boxes from Europe, and they were just filled with this stuff, and so now I'm making it available to you. So this is the Psych Out single off of the 99% album. This is specifically the Andrew Weatherall remix, and if you don't know who Andrew Weatherall is, I don't know what to say because he's a freaking legend. Anyway, this is the Psych Out single from him. I got The Edge of No Control. There's multiple versions of this. I have all of them up for sale right now. This is the U.S. press. Has Orbital. I think this is the one with the Orbital and Consolidated remixes on it. Yep. And then I also have this one, Edge of No Control. This is the Belgium press. And both of these are with the black cover. And then there is, well, somewhere in here I'll have to find it, but I also have this. This is the white label DJ promo for Edge of No Control, the Belgium release from 1992, white label. We wrote Meat Beat Manifesto up here on the generic sleeve so you know what it was, but it is the promo. And this is super special. Ba-bam! The Strap Down single. I have both the standard one and the remix one. The one with the red label, the red lettering is the remix one. The one with the blue labeling, the blue letters, is the standard. This is the Strap Down single from Meat Beat Manifesto. And to continue this theme, I have this, ba-bam, and I need to work on the glare here. This is Suck Hard. This is the very first release that Jack Dangers did under the Meat Beat Manifesto name. This is Suck Hard. And then I got this one. I got the Fear. This was the second one. The very first two Meat Beat Manifesto releases. I got this one. This is the 1996 white label promo for Meat Beat Manifesto's It's the Music. This was a single. It was a promo only single, or maybe it wasn't promo only. Don't quote me on that one. But it's off of the original Fire. Sorry, it took me a second to remember the original Fire release. This is around the same time as Subliminal Sandwich. So if you're familiar with that one, this is the sort of style. This is the vibe that he was in when he released this one. This is very cool. I'm also not sure I want to sell this, but if someone buys it, you know. Then I got this, bam, the Transmission 12-inch from Meat Beat. This is off of the Subliminal Sandwich album. This has the album mix and then 3 different remixes of Transmission. And I got the Luke Van Acker album. This is self-titled, but it was originally titled, and my phone is somehow zooming, repeat. Oh, because I see his face. He's trying to zoom in. Anyway, this was originally had a different title, and I'm totally blanking on the name, but I put it on the website. But this is Luke Van Acker on wax tracks. And those are the ones that I have to show right now. There's a bunch more on the site. I'm going to show you a couple things I haven't put on the site yet because I have to figure out if I for sure want to sell them. But this is so amazing. The Collapsing New People, the extended remix, the maxi single from Fad Gadget. I love this song, and I'm not sure if I want to sell it yet, but I might. And then I also got this. I got a bunch of Tackhead. So this is Friendly as a Hand Grenade. I love this album. I have a bunch of Tackhead. Most of it I haven't finished pricing. That one will go on the site. I just haven't got it up there yet. I also have a bunch of... I'm carrying every single imprint album from Discord Records. I haven't put this on the site yet, but this is the first 6-7 inches. This is the box set they came out with. This is my personal copy. I've not opened it up yet because I actually have all these 7 inches outside of this box set, but this box set was too cool to pass up. I may sell this box set or may not. I love Discord Records. Anyway, I have every single imprint album up on the site for sale, cheaper than you can get in the Discord store, by the way. Every single imprint. I also carry all of the albums that I personally love from the Discord direct distribution company, which is all the Bikini Kill, all the Bad Brains, all of the Jawbox. If there's anything that you see on the Discord website that you're interested in, I can get it and I will sell it to you cheaper than you can get on the website. So yeah, I have a bunch of stuff on the site. I want you guys to check it out. I now have relationships with multiple different distributors. I can get you just about anything, both vinyl and CD, if you're interested in it. Just reach out to me and I can get it for you. So I kind of want to talk a little bit at the end of this video of sort of my journey so far. So I have off and on sold records, just on Discogs and, just in person. But last year, I decided to attend the Austin Record Convention for the first time. And it sort of lit a fire under me because I saw all these sellers are selling all kinds of things, and it's cool music, but there really wasn't a whole lot of people selling the kind of music that I was into. Right? There wasn't a lot of people selling industrial music. There wasn't a lot of people selling synth pop. There wasn't a lot of people selling the kind of punk music that I like. Now, there were some, right? But there weren't a lot, right? Like, if you're into, like, I don't know, Fleetwood Mac or something, there was a ton of people. But if you're into, like, Rare Psych records, if you're into, like, that kind of, like, rare 50s, 60s, 70s stuff, there's a ton of people. But when it comes to, like, 80s, 90s, and modern, there was really no one selling anything modern. Anyway, I saw this and I was like, you know what, like, let me do it. Let me try to take this on for real. So I started building up some inventory, outside of my personal collection. You can kind of see a little bit of my personal collection here. Kind of show you a little bit. Let me see what way. And then here, I got a bunch of records myself. But I wanted to get some stuff that I could sell. So I started working on it. So again, I've only been doing this for a couple of months. I got the website designed. I started putting everything on there. It's very time consuming because I'm being very meticulous. I'm cleaning everything. I'm sleeving everything. I'm listening to everything. I'm very careful to get everything right that I'm putting up on there. So it's slow, but I'm doing it. But some things that kind of occurred to me as I'm doing this was that I've worked in record stores ever since I was a teenager. I started out, one of my first jobs, I was working at a Sam Goody in a mall when I lived in New Jersey, in Bridgewater Mall. Shout out if you know what I'm talking about, the Sam Goody there. I worked at Blockbuster Music. Most people, I don't know if you remember that, but the video store, they also had a music store. And incidentally, side note, that was a great store because they would let you open up any CD in the store. They had like a listening station in the middle of the store. Any CD in the store, you could take it up there, they'd crack it open, they'd let you listen to it. That was unheard of back then. People were not doing that, or stores were not doing that. So, this was not a used store. This was all new. So I worked at Blockbuster Music. They eventually sold out to Warehouse Music. I worked at Warehouse Music. I worked in some smaller used shops around that time. I also I was hanging out at record stores like all of my free time, digging around in Bill's Records and Tapes up in Dallas, CD Source, CD Warehouse, Pagan Rhythms. I hung out at all these places all the time. And then there was a Tower Records in Dallas. I worked at Tower Records, and for a brief period of time, I was a buyer for one of their sections, and I did the consignment. So anyway, the point is, I've been in and out of record stores my entire life, and so I have a wide range of knowledge of music, but I don't know everything. And the more I get into this, the more I realize, like, okay, when I'm selling things, I can't just sell things that I like. I need to sell things that everybody likes. And in order to do that, I got to know what everybody likes. And so, like, when you're going and when I'm buying from distributors, or if I'm out on a, it's not so much for used records. For used records, I buy everything. Which, by the way, plug. If you have used records that you want to sell, I will buy them. I will give you a good price. I will be completely transparent with you. I will give you as much information as you want about the records you have, and then I will buy them from you if you will allow me to. So please reach out to me. You can reach out to me on YouTube. You can reach out to me on social media. I'm on Instagram. You can email me at ibuyrecordsatx@gmail.com. And I will buy your records. But anyway, as I'm buying new records from these distributors, there's just so much, and a lot of stuff I don't know what it is, and I hate to miss out. So I'm like constantly learning about new music, even though as much knowledge as you have, you can always have more. Which, by the way, I should tell you, I got little pins, and if you order anything from me, you will get one of these. Little Getting Past the Static pen. Anyway, so I'm starting to also carry CDs. I know I'm a little rambling a little bit. I'm going to start making more videos. Maybe they'll be better than this. So yeah, last thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start putting little tips and tricks on the website, or on the YouTube channel. If you ever need to get price stickers off of an album, but bam, lighter fluid. You'll see other videos, right? I didn't come up with this on my own. You'll see the other videos. Put a little lighter fluid on the sticker. Let it soak in. Make sure you clean up excess around the price sticker. Let that soak in though. And the hardest price sticker will just, you can pop it right off. So I do a lot of cleaning of everything. So yeah. Hopefully this wasn't too rambling, but I'll make more videos later. But let me know in the comments, like, what are you looking for? Like, my goal is, if you're buying records, I want you to buy them from me, and that's what every store says. But I'm gonna work to get you the best price. In fact, I will match anybody's price on a new record. If you find a brand new record at some record store, I will beat their price, even if it's only by $1. I want you to buy records from me, because my end goal is to have a brick and mortar store, and the only way I can do that is if I'm successful in selling records. And I've done pretty well for myself so far, just in the 3 months I've been doing this, but I want to do more. I want to carry records. I want to talk to you about music. I want to sell you music, all of that. So reach out to me. Thank you. And once again, I am Joel from Static ATX. Thank you.